Now let us move to the environmental impact of textile effluent. So the characteristics of textile effluent, it varies depending upon the textile industries. There are different types of textile industries which manufactures textile made up of cotton, nylon, rayon, etc. So the commonly, if you are telling the common characteristics of the textile effluent, it is having high content of organic matters. Then it contains the presence of chromium, which is very dangerous. It contains total suspended solids, dissolved solids, then high pH, the temperature in the water will be very high, then lower dissolved oxygen content, then high value of BOD and COD. BOD, it is the biological oxygen demand, and COD means it's a chemical oxygen demand. So BOD, it shows the presence of organic matter within the effluent, and the electrical conductivity of the effluent also will be very high due to the presence of chloride. Now moving to the environmental impacts of textile effluent. That is the physiological and the biological changes happens within the aquatic organisms due to the textile effluent. And it affects the hatching of fishes. It affects the self-purification process of the water bodies. Because in case of these rivers, if you are taking an example of rivers, there is no need to provide any treatment for this river water. It has got some properties such as self purification. So that self purification of the water bodies also it affects. Then the loss of soil productivity, then the texture of the soil gets changes, it gets hardened, and it affects the penetration of roots also. Then it affects the pH of the soil. It reduces the biological oxidation process of the organic matter that is present in the soil. Then the water soluble salts will get increased. That is the calcium, magnesium, nitrogen, ammonia, phosphorus, etc. And if you are taking that COD, BOD by COD ratios, they are found. It shows the presence of non-biodegradable substance. COD means that is a chemical oxygen demand, and BOD is a biological oxygen demand. So if BOD and COD are there, then it is the water cannot be consumed for the domestic purposes, etc. So even though if you want to dispose this textile effluent to the surrounding, we have to treat that effluent, then only we can just dispose this effluent to this surrounding or to directly to the water bodies. So if you want to directly send this textile effluent to this water bodies, we have to give treatment, and the BOD should be less than or equal to 30 milligram per liter. If the BOD in that treated effluent, if it is more than 30 milligram per liter, that effluent should not be disposed into the water bodies. And the textile effluent contains the traces of various metals like chromium, arsenic, copper, zinc, which are very harmful to the environment. And that water will be having that bad odor due to the presence of various chemicals that is present in the effluent, because this textile industry uses different types of chemical for different procedures. So that dyes in water, it can create bad color, it can cause diseases like hemorrhage, then ulcers of skin, nausea, irritation to this skin, etc. And they can even block the penetration of sunlight from water surface, preventing the photosynthesis. The dye, it also increases the BOD of the water, so it reduces the reoxygenation process. Reoxygenation is nothing but because the river water or this water bodies, it can take the oxygen from the atmosphere, and therefore the dissolved oxygen content in the water gets increased, and this oxygen is obtained by these rivers not only by absorbing this oxygen from the atmosphere, and also by aeration by wind also, that get reduces due to the increase in this BOD content. So that increase in the BOD, it is mainly due to the presence of dyes in the effluent, and it affects or hamper the growth of the phototropic organisms that is present in the water. So the suspended salts in the effluent, it affects the environment because they combine with the oil and provides a scum, or in the a scum will be provided on the top of the water bodies, so that the oxygen transfer mechanism get affected, and the dissolved oxygen content get reduced, and even the sunlight penetration into the water bodies also get prevented due to the formation of the scum on the top due to the suspended solids in the effluent. And the inorganic substance in the textile effluent, it makes the water unsuitable for use due to the presence of excess concentration of the soluble salts also. So the soluble salts, etc., they are very toxic to the aquatic organisms. Even though the substance, if they are in lower quantity, it is very toxic to the aquatic plants and aquatic organisms that is present in the water bodies. Then the inorganic chemicals like the hydrogen chloride, sodium hypochlorite, sodium hydroxide, sodium sulfate, and the reactive dyes, they are very poisonous to the marine life too. So the organic components, it undergo various chemical and biological changes, and what happens is that it removes the oxygen from this waters, which affects the aquatic ecosystem. And the carcinogenic agents under anaerobic conditions, which is exposure to textile dyes, it results in lung and skin irritations, headaches, then congenital malformations. Congenital malformation, nothing but some abnormality that takes place at birth or before birth that happens. Nausea, kidney, affects the kidneys, livers, urinary bladders, various types of cancers, etc. due to the, if the workers are prolonged exposed to the textile dyes. And it also creates asthma, nasal problems, etc. Especially for the workers if they are prolonged exposure to reactive dyes, etc. So they have to use the personal protective equipments. And these are the various industrial effluent quality standards. This is very important. So oil and grease 10 milligram per liter, BOD 30 milligram per liter. This industrial effluent quality standards means this textile effluent contains various chemicals, which is very dangerous for the humans, for the animals, and also for the environment. So before disposing this effluent into the surroundings, that after treating the effluent, that effluent, if when we test, and we have to follow whether they are within this standards or not. If the oil and grease should be 10 milligram per liter, BOD should be 30 milligram per liter, should not exceed 30 milligram per liter, COD 250 milligram per liter, mercury 0.01 milligram per liter, lead is 0.1 milligram per liter, arsenic is 0.2 milligram per liter, cadmium 2 milligram per liter, hexavalent chromium, which is very dangerous, that is 0.1 milligram per liter, fluoride 2 milligram per liter, sulfide 2 milligram per liter, manganese 2 milligram per liter, iron maximum 3 milligram per liter. So that treated effluent should not exceed this limit. If it exceeds this limit, then it is very dangerous to the environment.